And now a gentleman whose column in this week's magazine gets so many laughs all over the country that he's known as Chuckles Cerf. Darling of the publishing world and of our world. Santa Claus of Random House that any chimney would be glad to hold. Our own Father Timeless, perhaps the happiest publisher in the world today, who has had many very nice things said about him, but best of all, he's a good friend. By popular demand, we welcome back our darling favorite, all suntanned, all rested, and full of, you'll see in just a minute. Give him a wild welcome, Bennett Cerf.
Will you forgive me for 1 minute while I go over and zip Arlene?
Oh, the nicest thing that ever happened.
Giftware
I want
company.
to tell you, John, I have to argue with you because that was what was in my mind, and you have to put a candlestick on something. You can't let it hang in the air.
But it stands up by itself. You
No,
put it
it
on
doesn't.
something
You
and
put
it
it in.
stands
You
up
have
by
to
itself.
put it on a table.
Yeah, but it stands up by itself when you put it... Arlene.
Meet me outside. Come on, I want my seconds.
Is the sex for which you perform your service the superior one?
No.
No.
By your no, am I led to understand that you agree with Mr. Randall that the male sex is the superior sex?
No, opposite. They said, is it for the superior sex?
Do they perform their service for the superior sex? And they said no.
That's right.
You...
Yes.
If they don't perform it for the superior sex...
They consider the man the inferior sex, and they
How do you
perform
know?
it. I can tell it in their
Then
face.
it's been
I think they perform their service for men, which is not the superior sex. It's an equal sex. For the most part, are the men that come to you unmarried?
No, give me a no on that, because if Arlene gets a no for them, not most of them being unmarried, then most of them must be married.
Let him have it. It's Christmas, John.
All right, Bennett. I concede the point.
When you touch them, are they in other than a standing position?
Do they giggle is your next question. Happy wedding bells, John.
Thank you.
Good night, Martin.
Night, Dorothy, and John, the very best.
Thank you.
Ditto, John. And to Virginia. And good night. And happiness to you, too, Bennett. What the heck?
You know, Virginia...
Holobrand does is sell baby clothes. He brought some along, notably
blue
jeans, you see. And Bennett now has the diaper jeans.
I hope Phyllis will be the first to know.
You know, I'd forgotten, Chuckles, that it's your habit to be a judge. Chuckles.
What was that again?
Chuckles, you must, when you're called, you've got to... Oh, I say, I think, Arlene, you get something for this.
I'll tell you what you're going to get.
And now, our Random House publisher that does those wonderful children's books. But there's a new one called Green Eggs and Ham. I don't know much about green eggs, but I sure know about ham. And here he is, Mr. Bennett Cerf. Could it be considered in some way a vitamin for a dog? And mind you, dogs have, you know, there's A, B, C, D in everything.
No. No vitamin. 3
There's no
down
A,
and
B,
7 to
C,
go,
D in
Mr.
it.
Cerf.
Maybe it is what you said.
If Arlene will subside for a
I will.
moment. Let's,
Is your service there one of, I pass.
I
didn't know quite where to go with it.
I never thought I'd see the day, Miss
It's
Arlene.
my first pass.
Your first
And I
pass?
didn't make it at Bennett.
In over 10 years. Why, Miss
Arlene
Francis?
made her first pass at the age of 11. You're a very intelligent, lovely-looking young lady. And I wonder if possibly you could work for a non-profit-making organization.
No.
No.
Does that indicate intelligence if you work for a non-profit organization?
I was thinking of the United Nations.
Bennett knows who it is, and so I'm going to pass to Bennett.
But you can't remember his name. It's
How?
Ralph,
How can
Ralph,
I help?
Ralph Hope, the new manager of the Yankees.
Ralph House.
Is it used for protection?
Yes.
Protection here can cover vast areas besides...
Oh, Arlene isn't that big.
I'm glad you're on the other end of the panel, Bennett, after a crack like that.
Would you like me to pass to you, Bennett?
Sure, I have a
Second time, go ahead. It has nothing to do with...
wallpaper.
No, it's a material of some kind. Well, all right, let's find out what the material is. Is the material a paper?
Yeah. Often. Oh, God.
Has Mr. Bennett Cerf got it? Is it wallpaper, and is this lady a paper hanger?
No.
Thank you a lot, Bennett Cerf, for the second time. You and your random house. Go read your book. I introduce a gentleman with gratitude tonight because he's been taking care of my wandering boy while I've been off in California. Mr. Bennett Cerf.
I bow to his superior wisdom.
We all do, my dear man. We all do.
Except Chuckles.
Except Chuckles. And now a gentleman who has just returned from being a judge at the Miss America contest in Atlantic City. And he returned quite gloriously, bringing with him Miss Montana and Miss Washington. And that's quite a lot of missing. I want you to know, Phyllis, if you are watching, here is your husband.
Because she not only is a judge and a woman of very fine intellectual attainments, but you were Miss Idaho in the Miss America contest not too many years ago. Is that right?
What year was that, Miss Warburton?
1952.
Before you were a judge, Bennett.
I was contestant.
Did you know that actually that's about the only time Bennett even symbolically wears the judicial robe? He's been a judge at the Miss America contest.
His official robe is a bikini.
Is it a drink that would make you feel exhilarated?
No.
Well, now.
That's not a very good thing to say about you.
This is a product which would lift your spirits if you wish to take it, yes.
On a hot day.
May
On a
I
hot day.
gather from all that palaver of Mr. Daly's that this is a non-intoxicating drink?
No,
Moses, that's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
He said it would raise your spirits. That was a hint.
I couldn't believe he was being honest.
In other words, you... And now a gentleman hot from Austin and Fort Worth and Dallas and absolutely exhausted from that southern hospitality, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
It's the most elaborate moo-moo I ever saw. That's ruled out artichoke. We've ruled
Asparagus.
out asparagus. We've ruled out... I don't know what chives look like.
Oh, there are little things in
I
beef
passed to
straw.
Arlene. You asked if it's chives.
Horse.
If Arlene was wearing one of these things and was walking down Fifth Avenue, would it be seen by passers-by?
I don't. Would one find anyone doing what you do or anything akin to what you do at a place, for example, like the circus?
Yes.
Sure, you're in the circus.
You are part of the circus.
Yes.
Why do you say sure?
Oh, it was obvious.
He got a no on the first question.
By this time, it was obvious.
And now a gentleman who leaves at the crack of dawn for Chicago and the American Booksellers Convention, where I was supposed to go too, but I'm in rehearsal, and he's representing both of us. And I want to tell you, they couldn't find a better man to do it, Mr. Bennett Cerf. Good night, Bennett.
You're going to miss you in Chicago.
Thank
Good night,
you.
old man
Good night.
Daly.
I'm going to pass. I don't know where I am.
Bennett?
Just sitting pretty, kid.
Thank you.
What's the price range of your pots?
That's
Wow.
about $6, $7.
For a pot?
Why not?
Oh, sure, a good pot.
If you want a good
or
pot to
pan.
cook in, you've got
Yeah.
to have it.
Is it either animal or bird?
Yes.
He's not going to have any trouble with you.
All right, bird.
No.
No. Nothing personal, John. Bennett has a fly.
Now a gentleman who's as sad as I am tonight because both of our young sons leave for Deerfield Academy on Wednesday morning. The birds are leaving the nest.
Good night, Arlene.
Good night, Bennett, wherever you are. Good night, dear boy. I won't call you Chuckles anymore.
Right after the show's over, I'm choking Arlene. Good night, John.
Don't you let him.
Good night, Arlene.
Good luck with your picture with Marilyn Monroe. Good night, Bennett.
Good night, John.
Goodbye, Bennett.
But Arlene is going to leave on Monday and go to Europe, where she will be for several weeks.
Be careful not to go on the wrong side of that Brandenburg gate, Arlene.
Don't worry. Bennett.
It's nice to have a substitute for you, Arlene, that's as pretty as Polly, but come back anyway.
Good night, Bennett.
John, the girls in Jackson, Michigan, and Youngstown, Ohio, love you very much. And I do, too. Good night.
Ooh la la. You can call him Chuckles now.
Can I call you Chuckles, Bennett?
No, not that much.
Well, thank you anyway, Bennett. Overall, I think you've done rather well tonight, panel. And we'll be back after this